So let me put a poll up before we get started. If you're watching this on replay, just fast forward if you don't want, if you don't care about the poll, etc. Right, poll. So first poll was, I wrote it down. Is cardio needed for fat loss? Is cardio needed for fat loss? Got a lot of misconception about that. Okay, that can run in the background as I'm training. So we're going for a little bit of a slower approach today, because normally when we want to train hard, we're using MetaFit timings like what's it called, hit zone, which you have a matrix format. Oh, I feel like I've just got out of bed. Today we're slowing everything down because we're doing strength training, and then the finish is going to be cardio-y. We have chest flies. So I've got a variety of dumbbells. I've got 2s, 4s, 8s, 10s and 14s. I'll change them about as I go. We have chest flies. So first round I encourage you to use it as a bit of a warm up, light to medium weight. Chest flies, go into bench press. Then we have, what's that? Bench over. Was I going to say something else there? Bent over tricep extension. So hips back, can't even read my own writing. This one. So we'll have to go light enough that it's not going to load our back and take away from the movement there. And then that finisher is lateral box jump overs. And then round 2 we have Arnold press. I don't feel like my eyes have kicked in gear yet because I can't barely see that. And I've got my contact lenses on. Arnold press. So we'll need the bench up, or you'll need a chair as well if you're doing this at home. Lateral raise pulses, so playing around with a bit of time and attention there. And pull-ups, any variation, resistance band, whatever. And we're finishing round 2 with hand step-ups. You can go full or on your knees. I'll probably do half and half. It's a minute, I'm sure, or 40 seconds. Round 3, we've got skull crushers, medium to lightweight. Good morning, hi. Forearm taps. So on the knees, and tricep overhead extension. Not a massive fan of this one, but it's really good for the back. It's that one, but try not to overarch your back. Let's get this workout in. Morning, Freshly, how you doing? And in and out box jumps for cardio. So I put a poll up, don't forget to vote on my poll. Let's get started. I'll have to bring this a little bit closer, won't I? So first 3 exercises, we've got flies, bench press, and then bent over tricep extension. Let's go. Good morning. Hi, Swati. I'm doing better. Good. Are you still in pain, or I feel like I'm getting a bit of a cold this morning? That can get lost though. I've got time to be ill. Your workout will begin in 25 seconds. Right. Flies. I like to start with flies when we're doing chest. It's a nice chest opener. Gets lubrication to that shoulder girdle. Oh, don't forget to start your Fitbit if you've got one and use it for strength today. It will be a bit cardio-y as well. I feel like that's a little bit loud. Never mind. So back flat, core engaged, going for depth. So the first 3 exercises, choose a slightly easier weight, so medium to light, and just slow the reps down and go for depth. That's your warm up. Midline of the chest. Then I'm going to get the 8s for bench press. I'm stronger on that. These are still a medium for me. Midline of the chest. Think about the shoulder blades coming towards the spine, chest proud. Wrists over elbows and out. Make sure you're not arching your back. Then I want to grab the 2s or the 4s for bent over triceps. Good morning. So hips back. Quads engaged to protect that lower back. I'm really squeezing the backs of my arms. It's not a bicep curl. As soon as you lose tension in the triceps, come back up. we go. Turn that down a bit. Good morning. Started to work out heavily. If you're already warmed up, that's fine. Fitbit, Apple Watch, whatever. I loaded on carb overload. That's because it's Saturday night. Chest flies, going with the 8s now we're warm. Feel free to stay medium to lightweight. If you're new, back flat, core engaged, enjoying the stretch. Keeping the tension in the pecs. So you're working your bicep as well, with a slight bend in the elbow. Then bench presses, I'm going to use the 14s now. This is a heavy weight for me. Core's engaged to support the exercise. Morning guys, I'm a health and fitness trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher. Answering your questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. Rehab's what I specialise in. Taking this off. Soon warm up. Bent over, tricep extension. It's more like a pulse. It's a small range of movement. Keeping it nice and controlled. And then I'm pausing for a squeeze at the back of the tricep. Make sure your head's not getting pushed forward. Same again last time with those, and we're going to add in some cardio. Good morning. Thanks, Avi. Nav. Hi, Wendy's show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Oh. Midline of the chest, you want to stay. Pause at the bottom. It's good, really good for posture if you feel that stretch. Sensation, pause. And enjoy it. Stay midline of the chest. It's common for people to go up by head height. Right, we're dumping them now. Heavy bench press. Let's go. Close engaged, midline of the chest. Elbows out, wrist over elbow. Take your time. Shoulders down away from ears. Oh, thank goodness. Let's use the fours. Good morning, guys. How long do you work out for? I get the maximum from about 30, 40 minutes. Depends how much time I've got. Some workouts will be shorter. No progress is linear. Studies show the sweet spot's about 30 minutes if you're trying to build muscle. There's a lot of diminishing returns to exercise. Oh. Right. Oh. Good morning, guys. Thanks for voting on my poll so far. Is cardio needed for fat loss? 75% of people are saying yes so far. Cardio isn't needed for fat loss, guys. A minute, box jump overs, or any cardio if you fancy doing. It's an upper body mix workout this morning. Landing on soft knees. We've got cardio and strength. Oh, it's killing me. This is a fasted workout. I've not had my breakfast yet. Right. Oh, 3 new exercises. Right, we've got Arnold press, lateral raise pulses and pull-ups. I do count calories. Arnold press with my tens. I actually did stop for a few days counting calories. Just even celebrate. I didn't like it. I personally think that in order to stay accountable and remember what you've ate, you need to count calories and log it somewhere as you forget. Lateral raise pulse. Still recovering from them box jump overs. Foggy over there. Shoulders down away from ears. You don't want to go higher than shoulder height. Otherwise, you'll get a tight trap. Pull-ups, any variation. We'll try and do better on the second round, just warming up there. How many calories do you intake? Depend. Sweet spot for me is around 2,300, 2,500. Morning, guys. I'm a health and fitness trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher, 12 years experience. I'm answering any questions on exercise, fat loss, nutrition, back pain rehab. Remember, the better quality of food you get, like unprocessed, the less calories you absorb from the food. People forget about thermic effect of food. Lateral raise pulses. I'm leading with my elbows here. Pulse, pulse. Chest proud, cores engaged. I'm warm, I'm warm, I'm warm. My name's Leanne. I've got a community, I've got a membership from $2.99 a month if you want to learn about exercise, mindset, nutrition, pull-ups, all science-based. Don't forget to vote on the poll, guys. Love a like and subscribe. We'll go under grip. Pull-ups. Let's go to overhand. Struggling, but that's okay, use it for a stretch. I need a drink. Those 3 exercises done once more. Yeah, focal. That's a good point, yeah. Does cardio help to lose fat a little? Sorry, I misread that. I thought it said cardio does help. Right, so cardio increases your energy expenditure, which means you burn calories, right? But as soon as you jump off the treadmill or whatever you're doing, you stop burning. A lot of people who add cardio and rely on it for fat loss overeat because it increases their appetite. Studies show. Whereas strength training, you don't really get that effect. You don't tend to overeat from strength training usually. There's of course outliers. But the more efficient and fit you get at the cardio, the less calories you'll burn. So that's why I say cardio isn't, and exercise in general isn't for fat loss. I could train an hour of strength training, cardio mix, right? And if I was overweight, unconditioned, I could burn 500 calories in that hour. Now, the opposite, I'm more efficient, I'm lucky to burn 50, 80. Hello Namaste, hi there, how are you? What days and times do you go like, hi Sula, I'd love to train with you. So I'll be live again tomorrow, pull-ups. If you can't do pull-ups, you can do shoulder press or push-ups for a bodyweight exercise. So I go live Monday, 5ish, Tuesday, 5ish. Those two are with kids, so it's hectic, interrupted. So if you're wanting a chilled workout for you at home with more rest. Wednesday is my day off. Right, finish a handstand step-ups. Wednesday's my day off. Thursday mornings, 6 a.m. Fridays, 5ish. Saturday mornings, about 10. And then Sunday mornings, I went live a little bit later today. What is this I'm trying to do here? Right. Plank step-ups for a minute. Alternate. Great for shoulder and elbow and wrist strength and stability. I'm getting a little twist in as I go as well. Last few seconds I'll go back into plank. Soft, small bend in the elbows. 4, 3. Right. Round 3 exercises, we have skull crushers, forearm taps, tricep overhead extension. Not a fan of them, not gonna lie. And then in and out box jump squats. There's weights everywhere here. What are we doing first? Skull crushers. Where's my 8? Oh, let's use a 14. That's 2 7s, isn't it? Elbows tucked in. Shaky, shaky. If you feel this in your tendon, in your elbow, that you're going too heavy. Very tricepy this next round. Forearm taps. God's sake. Good morning. When you get your level 4 qualification, I'll say, I've got my level 4, you funny. Level 4 back pain specialist, and I've got my GP referral. People don't know what they're talking about. And how do you know I don't have it? I'm one of the most qualified trainers in Scotland, I'll have you know, and experience. Tricep overhead. Say out like that again, you just get blocked. And I'll send you on your merry way. Right. Surprised you know what a level 4 qualification is anyway. Cores engaged. It's good for the back, but make sure you're not arching it. You're practicing that posterior tilt a little bit. Make sure you're not pushing your neck forward. I'm just catching up on comments. Those bars scare me. Where it come off, yeah. Sula. I always check it before I come on it. It's because they do untwist over time. But what you're meant to do, if you've got pull up, there is better bars you can get. The ones that hook on the door frame, but I don't know what it's like for the health of the door frame. This is too heavy for me now. Forearm taps. What do you think of this walking 10k steps a day? It's a waste of time to lose tummy. No. How tall are you, Sula? Let me know how tall you are. Fast as you can, forearm taps. Walking is one of the best ways to lose fat. If you're managing your calories and you're not overeating and you're not stress eating, you don't have any disordered behaviours towards food, walking increases your calorie expenditure. It's something you're able to do for long periods of time. It's safe on the joints as well. Those again. Oh no, tricep extension. Just catching up. Morning, hi Himbro. trying to move to 2, so try not to let it push on your neck. Elbows tucked in. One more of those. I'm 5'7". Not sure how many steps in a day, but I do 3 weights. That's great. I am 5'7", so you're taller than me. So you'd need about 10 to 12,000 steps a day on that. Now, I think that's a good amount of weight sessions. If you're trying to lose fat, you should be placing your effort more into getting your steps and managing your food and improving those food choices. Whew. But if you try and fast track it, get as many steps as you can, like 16 to 20,000 steps, you will burn out and you'll get tired and you'll have cravings and it'll be hard to manage hunger, so it's not worth it. I'm having carbs late at night in New York. How do you feel in the morning? I've just missed a comment now, I'll go back to that. When I eat carbs late at night, when I eat anything late at night, I feel hungover in the morning. It doesn't sit well with my body. I'd rather feel fresh and be ready to go and enjoy my breakfast. But it's what works for you. I mean, you might not have time for breakfast in the morning. Oh, shaking. Let's finish round 3. I think I missed a comment there. I'd say 10k steps helps, but you've got to be over your usual amount. The problem might be eating. Eating's usually the hardest thing to control. Thanks for voting, guys. I'll have a look at that vote in a minute. Do you exercise this time Monday to Saturday? No, change because I've got 2 children. But I hope to make sure you push that bell icon. You'll get a notification when I go live. Hi Abby, how are you doing? Good to see you too. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Let's finish round 3 with in-out box jumps. Now think about, this is an upper body workout, right? But we want to get cardio in. Best way to get cardio is use the legs. 1 minute, my triceps are dead. Max Miller, so keeping low. The more you stimulate the muscle you want to build, the more you're going to grow it. But obviously, there's a law of diminishing returns. And I didn't work out last night, Max Miller. So I don't know what you're talking about. Must be someone who looked as fabulous as me. So yeah, 2 to 3 times a week for building. Should be stimulating. Oh, well, people are weird on YouTube. Make sure you landed on soft knees. Keep going. Thighs are on fire. 9, 8, come on. 6, 5. Oh. Well done, guys. Oh, heart's pumping. Oh, those are hard. So if you're only stimulating your muscle, so if men tend to want to build the chest, right? If you're just stimulating once or twice a week, you're not going to build it very fast. Oh. Wow. I've got a community, guys, as well, membership. I'm $2.99 a month. If you want an exercise and nutrition education and motivation, catch up on comments. Thanks, Sula. So I'm here for. I'm here to motivate. Let's see how that poll's doing. So I asked, is fat loss for losing fat? Thanks, Freshly. Hi from Australia. Hi from Scotland. Yeah, some are weird on YouTube, but good. Yeah, I'm just talking about Max Miller's comment. You did that same movement last night. That's weird. I didn't go live last night, and even if I did, I did that movement. Just a weird comment. 55 votes. Thanks, guys. I'm in Scotland. Right, so is cardio needed for fat loss? I've asked. Right, so the answer is no, it's not. So some people, a lot of people, if they increase the cardio, it increases the hunger and cravings, and then they eat back whatever they burn, and usually more so. Mindset wise, you can get into a bit of a cycle with like, oh, I've got to do cardio because I had 5 Kit Kats last night, and like that relationship with exercise goes downhill. Cardio is definitely needed as part of your regime. It gives you energy for life. I have so much energy because I'm so fit. The most I'm 35. The most energy I've ever had in my life. I've got 2 kids and I run my own business. So if you're struggling to lose fat, look at your energy levels and how do you improve your energy? Like get to know when you struggle with energy, and exercise should give you energy. Thanks, Fit and Fine. Yes, that's what I worry about. If I do 10k a day, I'll be starved and worn out. So 10k is reasonable for a 5'7" woman. It's not too. I'd say that's a moderate to high. At first, you might find that it brings hunger on, but you can manage that by high volume, low calorie foods and your protein. But I prefer you to go high volume, low calorie, like your fruits, your vegetables. And that'll manage hunger. It'll keep you fuller for longer. But if you start, like speaking from experience, if you're trying to rush it and you're getting 16 to 20,000, you will eat back the calories. It's not worth it. 10k steps is nothing. I don't even look at my watch, and I've done 10k by. If I do it earlier in the morning, I'm hungrier, obviously. About 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I've done 10k. It'll get easier. It'll feel a lot at first, maybe. You'll sleep better, but your body will get used to it. Your fitness levels will increase. I find walking so boring, but I guess I should do it there. So someone said to me, like, who was a woman who was 5'2", right, little Italian lady, and not that matters. She just had sass about her, loved it. And she said, like, she was 5'2", so her steps had to be a lot higher because it's harder for smaller women to lose fat. They've got to get higher steps and survive on lower calories. Very hard, got less calories to play with. So I was getting her to do 13 to 16,000 steps and manage her food, and she had the same thing. She felt all the time. So count yourself lucky that you're not getting that many steps, first of all. You can also go swimming, you can go hiking, you can do gardening, you can do DIY, you can do painting and decorating, but steps is a more accurate measure. You could do lower steps Monday to Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday you could get higher steps, over the week, as long as you're getting 70,000, Sula. You can also, on the days that you really do struggle and you're getting, say, 6,000 to 8,000 steps, bring your calories down because you're not needing to use that energy for steps. So there's things that you can tweak there if you are struggling, because the weather's, I don't know where you live, but over the UK, the weather's going to start becoming an issue for steps. So getting a walking pad, but reframe it. You get to work out, you get to get your steps in. Like, what a pleasure it is. Like, put a podcast on, learn a new language, learn about health and fitness. Listen to me on the podcast. But if you find it boring, then you can also see it like, if you have a hectic life, like I love going out. Like my 6-year-old's constantly me, and Mummy, can I have this? Mummy, can I have that? Where we're going? What we're doing? I don't want to do this. These shoes hurt me. So for me, steps is peace and quiet, and I really value that. And I'm just like off my technology sometimes, and I'm just looking at the views. And so try and reframe it. Fat loss is all mindset. There's a saying, I'm going to butcher it, so you're ready for this. The person that enjoys the journey to the destination will have a much easier time versus the person who is just thinking about the destination constantly. You know what I'm saying? I did butcher that, but never mind. Do you have to go out and do it in one go? No, just putting it all adds up. Make sure you've got a watch or just you're carrying your phone to track your steps. Pedometer works well as well. Island, funnily, I prefer to walk in winter because it's dark and no one is stopping. Morning, guys. Right, let's put a new poll up. So, just to conclude, I need to buy one of those watches. You can get one for 20 quid off Marketplace. This was a garment. I used to have like, what is it? One of the Apple Watch. What's the one before Ultra? It's like 10 or something. State of the art. It did my head in. It was just too connected. It was just too much for me. So all you need it for is to count steps, because anything else isn't accurate. So is cardio needed for fat loss? To round up, so 69% of people said yes. There's a lot of misinformation clearly about exercise. Exercise isn't for fat loss. Exercise brings you health of your joints, reduces stiffness, improves quality of life, energy, builds muscle, aesthetics, keeps you strong. You know, it maintains fat loss. It's the mindset that's associated with it. But you can't rely on cardio and exercise for fat loss. You're wasting your time. If you want to achieve fat loss, you need to put effort on your steps and your nutrition. The reason why we track steps is because it's an activity that you can consistently do for long periods of time. So it's not getting you too out of breath. You've got to stop. It does take. I mean, you can get steps in faster by going for a run, but that's worse on your joints. Don't recommend that personally. I saw one for about 50 quid. I could get one cheaper than that, as long as it works. My milkshake brings other balls to the yarn. How long roughly does it take to walk 10k? 5k is about an hour, so 2 hours a day. Yeah, I think that's right. Sula. Right, let's put up another poll. I wrote them down. This was a good one. This is what I wanted to ask people. I'm going to sneeze. Do you need any supplements in your daily life? I was going to say for fat loss and stuff, but we'll see. Let's put some of these weights away. Morning, guys. I'm a health and fitness coach, Pilates and yoga teacher, personal trainer of 12 years. Answering your questions, all things health and fitness, fat loss. I specialise in rehab, so I don't just want my clients to look and feel good, but also it's about rehabilitating as they're doing the above. So that's why, and over the age of 30, if you're training, taking from your body, expecting it to perform in your job, your daily life, and these crazy exercises on Instagram, it will start to fail as you age if you don't look after it and supplement a few of your exercises, not the whole thing, exercises for rehab exercises. I think it's a nice approach, a holistic approach. I've got 2 children, ages 6 and 2. I'm doing my own rehab as well as I go. So if you've got any questions on the above, comment away. Good morning. So 50-50 at the moment, right? So let's get into this. Do you create programs remotely? I do. Well, check out the links in my bio, see if there's anything that suits you. I did the flossing and stretching for the neck pain and tightness that you showed me last time. And it's really made a difference. First time in years I thought weightlifting was making it worse. It possibly was. I'm really glad that helped give you some relief. I forget who I've said that to and like I've given advice to, and it won't be till they come back and they'll say, oh, thanks for that, and they'll have to tell me what it was yeah, I remember saying that to you. And so if anyone who struggles with neck pain, let's go through that now. How many of us after strength training, stretch off the neck, right? So Sula, the reason why exercise was possibly making that worse. And I've got to constantly like sort my posture out when I'm training. So for example, when we went hips back and we did extension, tricep extension, look what your neck starts to do. So bring your neck back in alignment. And you're strengthening the back of your neck here, your trapezius goes all the way up here under the occipital bone. This can get quite weak when, I don't know if you drive, but people who are driving a lot, like myself, when we're approaching roundabouts and stuff, we tend to push our neck forward. Not only that, if you've got a desk job and the computer a lot, have a look at what your neck's doing. People are pushing the neck forward and you're elongating, and this becomes weak, right? So make sure you warm and stuff. Constantly keep checking in on your posture throughout the day, right? Set alarms on your phone so it becomes easier. This is a good one to strengthen the neck. You can just hold that for 10 seconds, then come off, rest, and another 10 seconds. And you'll be interested to feel it all the way down your back. Chest proud, shoulders down away from ears. And you can even go left and right. This is taken from a physio's advice. Not to me, I watch a lot of videos on physios giving advice. And once you're warm, because a lot of our back pain can stem from the neck and what it's doing. Shoulders down away from ears. You're going to bring your neck over to one side, and you should feel a tight area, tight muscle here. Levitate the scapula for those that care. You're just going to get used to how that feels, just letting your body settle. Deep breaths. You can do it with your eyes closed, you can tune in. Make sure you don't go too far back or too far forward, just stay in the center. Too far forward is the problem that's being caused. And then this is called nerve flossing. It's weird when you try and yawn, by the way, through that. Toes, I always do that. Fingers up to the ceiling. And you're just going to start with a small range of movement. This is nerve flossing, and you can increase the range. It shouldn't be painful. If it is, don't go higher, and slow down the pulses. You can even hold it. Make sure your posture is staying good. Now I feel it when I'm here, because obviously I'm adding more weight to that. And then once you've stopped, you can either add a bit more pressure with your arm. Be very gentle, obviously, because it's your neck. And then come up. Add a little crack there. Notice how that feels. Look left and right. Can you notice anything? Do it with your eyes closed so you're not as distracted and you're taking in that information. You might not feel any difference at all, or you might feel something. Over to the other side, let your neck get used to it. Breathe. I think this is my tight side. Oh no, I think it was the other side actually. Going forwards and backwards. Remember, not too far forward, not too far back. Give your neck some love, guys. Let's bring in the pulse in. Got a small range of movement. And then build on it. Again, if it's painful, stop. Don't go any higher, because you're adding more and more weight the further up your arm goes. You can either pulse here as well, or you can pulse here. Do what your own body's saying. Oh, that feels good. That's like a good challenge. And go by how you feel later on in the day. I know people who've had car accidents, whiplash and stuff. This really helps as well. And then add a little bit of pressure, or not. Deep breaths. Make sure you breathe in. You tell your nervous system to relax, that everything's fine. Why do I keep wanting to yawn in this position? It's so weird. Coming up. And it's getting right up here. Then this can cause migraines, tight areas of that. I felt a nerve tingle, I did as well. Yes, it's tingling's normal. You're just loosening everything off. I'm so glad. Morning, guys. Thanks, Freshly, for the support. Oh, my moderator's on, thankfully. Good morning, Scott. 50-50, do we need supplements? So do we need supplements to lose fat? Do we need supplements to build muscle? No, you don't need anything. You need a good varied diet. Supplements are exactly what they say on the tin. The supplement a healthy lifestyle. If you're someone who struggles to eat the fruit and veg but don't want to get ill in the winter, start supplementing with vitamin C. If you get too much vitamin C, it's just peed out. It's not a big deal. However, if you're supplementing with B vitamins, it can be quite serious if you're getting too many and your body doesn't need it. You do pee them out, but not without it having an effect on another B vitamin, so the uptake of other vitamins won't be as successful. Good morning, Zombie. How are you doing? You're coming back on later because I'm at work. That's how I read that. No, I'm not. But this will be uploaded later on. Hi, Matthew. Ask away any questions. So I'm a health and fitness trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher, here answering questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher as well. Did I say that? I've got a membership from $2.99 a month, and I've got loads of other links to work with me in my bio. Nice to meet you guys. If you're wanting member-only videos and more specific content for your needs, that's good. And can barely lift the. That's so good. Can barely lift the hands. So that's something that you can work on. That's interesting for me to hear, Sula, because the clients that I've worked with have been able to lift their hands. So that's a good insight for me, because obviously, so there must be a weakness there. Do you do many lateral raises? Sula. I'm not back later on today, but this will be uploaded later on, Zombie. So it was an upper body mix today, and I threw in some cardio as well after each round. So we did pull-ups and push-ups and stuff, so you might enjoy it. Do you have an app? I've had a look at your bio and it's directed me to a website. So there's more information on my Instagram and on my website. I have an app, yeah. I use Trainerize. So I set personalized nutrition. It depends what kind of level of support you need. And comment, let us know how you get on if you do the workout, Zombie. Yeah, so like I said, I go for a holistic approach. So building strength and muscle and rehabbing at the same time, my programs are. So if you're wanting like personalized macros or personalized nutrition plus a group, so it's not personalized to you, my programs, but you get access to them exercise programs and you can make it progressive and the app tracks it and everything like that. And you get access to my DigiCoach Academy group, which is my learning academy on Facebook. So I post motivational, my live Q&As are on there as well once a week. So last week we were discussing ghrelin and hunger, managing hunger. The week before we were talking about leptin and leptin resistance. Week before that was fasting, because a lot of people were asking about that. I'm in Scotland, so I've got 12 years as a personal trainer. So you get access to me as well. You can cancel at any time. I do lateral raises, but with the head tilted, I find flossing really hard. I've always found the neck issue. I have TMJ jaw clenching, so I'm trying to stop that. Right, okay, so you must be, you know, I don't know how true this is, but the massage therapist that told me this was really like talented. And she's science-based, the person that told me. She said the people that are tight around here and clench and grind are the people who have a lot to say, but have got to constantly bite the tongue and hold themselves back. So they do this. And then yeah. Do you ever go for jaw massages? People go for Botox, don't they, to relax the muscles. I don't recommend that, but jaw massages might help assist as well. What I've learned about rehabilitation, and it's not just the exercise or the stretching or the physio, it's also the massage, it's the dry needling, it's a combination of stuff. It's like the stretching just before you go to bed, it's the heat and the cool when you need it. So it's usually a cocktail of things. I've just finished, Mike, so I did a 25-minute hit session. It was like strength and cardio mix there. Maybe you need to. 40 votes. And do you need to take supplements? So we're talking about supplements just now. Fire in any questions if you've got any questions on supplements or anything in general. My name's Leanne. I'm a health and fitness trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher. I'd love a like and subscribe if you're wanting motivation and education and all things exercise, nutrition, rehab. So do we need to take supplements to lose fat and build muscle? The only supplements that I recommend, so remember, they are supplements to supplement a healthy lifestyle. They're not going to solve any issues. unless like it's B12 and you're going to the doctors to get injections. That could literally save your life, right? So like, just to be aware, I'm talking about the health supplements you go to Holland and Barrett for and you buy off the internet. So the regulations around them are very, very poor. Literally, people have been taking relaxants like for anxiety and they've found Valium in there and it's not been listed on the ingredients. That's the kind of stuff we're dealing with. So even Holland and Barrett, there could be stuff in there that's not, like, if you're taking something that has more energy, like for more energy, um, studies have shown that it might have speed in it, like illegal substances. So just be careful and be aware of that. But yeah, so Leanne, you just spoke about a program you do that's separate to the $2.99 a month. Yes, links are in my bio. So you can. So I've got two coaching options. So there's the very affordable $14.99 a month coaching option where you get personalized nutrition, you get exercise programs. There's like 15. So if you're wanting to do legs and glutes with a bit of rehab, there's like programs for that, and to build muscle, lose fat, but also like look after your body in rehab. And you also get a weekly reflection form to check in, and you can upload your stats to my app. You also get access to DigiCoach Academy group where all your learning is, and that's on Facebook. It's all managed through my app. And then there's another level of one-to-one coaching, so that's one-to-one online, and then you get your personalized program and nutrition and check-in forms, and I speak daily to my clients. I'm one of the only trainers that does that. I comment on your food diary on a daily basis to alert you of any trends, and maybe like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I've noticed that your protein was low and your volume of food. So I, on Thursday, say to you, just so you know, we want to up your fruit and veg. Otherwise, at the weekend, you might overeat a little bit. Stuff like that. I notice trends, and I comment which I need to do. I do it in the morning. I need to do it after this. Yeah, so supplements. So the only supplements I recommend is caffeine, right? It's good for you. Obviously, the poison's in the dose, so having too much of anything is not going to be a good thing. I recommend creatine for brain health, reduces risk of Alzheimer's and dementias, keeps you sharp, reduces brain fog. If you're listening to this and you're over the age of 60 and you've gone through menopause and you can't concentrate and you feel like you're going senile, get on creatine. A slightly higher dose would suit you if you don't have any kidney issues, of 7 grams a day if you're female. So creatine, protein as well, I recommend, if you're struggling to get it in. Protein's filling up until a certain point, and the thermic effect of protein is the highest of all the macronutrients. What I mean by this is when you eat protein, it's hard to digest and costs calories. So say if you eat 100 calories of a chicken breast, like 70 calories of that is going to be consumed. It's hard work to digest. I'm going to sneeze. There's something in this house that doesn't agree with me. I've got a very sensitive nose. Do you want Ben and Jerry's, dear? Why? Morning, guys. Do you have any exercises for scoliosis? I have loads, David. I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. How bad is it? Can you see an actual curve or side planks? I have loads of classes in my playlist. I've got about 80 classes. Some of them are live, and Pilates is what you want basically. Pilates, anyone who's dealing with back pain, back injury, has a few niggles, wants to learn their own rehab, doesn't want to consistently go to a physio. You want to, because you're only as got. You could go to a doctor. It's up to you how successful your rehab is and your pain management. You could go to a doctor and be like, I've got a sore throat, and there could be like something serious going on with your throat. But you saying that I've got a sore throat is really unhelpful. Just like when you go to a physio and say it's sore here. There's different levels of like muscles and stuff that's going on, right? So Pilates brings that education. So then you can go to a physio and say, this muscle here, it feels really like it fatigues quickly when I'm doing certain exercises. It gives you that vocabulary and body awareness to help the physio and doctor diagnose you. So that's one of the reasons. That's body awareness and interoception. It's a really valuable skill. So my Pilates classes, my mum talking about dictatorships going on in UK. So it's a fun time to live in the UK, by the way. Just what you want in the morning for your mental health. Yeah, so if you've got any niggles, injuries, and you're fed up of the flare-ups and you want to manage your pain, Pilates is for you. I've got loads of classes. That's my love. My love is Pilates. It's also really good for rehabilitating after babies. I took vitamins from a large supermarket and it had me rattled, like I felt I was poisoning myself. What supplements were they, Sula? Yeah, it's not. It's really badly regulated, and if I could literally bring out a supplement tomorrow and just rebrand it all and call it creatine. I could call it vegan creatine, even though all creatine is vegan, because it's in its purest form. But you see my point. And these supplement industries will put anything in it, and then if anyone sues them, they've made the millions anyway. They'll pay out, and then they'll just start a new supplement, and it just goes on and on and on like that. This isn't from me. This what I'm talking about. It's from dietitians. This is what goes on in the. It's badly regulated, the supplement industry, and vitamin D is best absorbed through the food you eat. If you're taking vitamin D, it's expensive urine, unfortunately. Go and get some sun or get it from your fish. You can Google vitamin D, but it's the bioavailability. So that's for your bone strength and health, and you need vitamin C with that. But vitamin D, it's badly absorbed through taking a supplement. It's another scam. Are you asking a question there, Mike? Caffeine's a drug, not a supplement. It's an addictive drug. Yeah. I mean, I could give up caffeine. I've not had caffeine this morning yet. I've started to delay my morning coffee. I love a latte. Caffeine is good before the gym. But these, I don't like these monsters. It's all the crap that comes with them. It's all the sweeteners. Now, sweeteners are an interesting um, thing, isn't it? Because there's a lot of research now coming out about sweeteners. Now, I've never been one for promoting sweeteners, although I will say if you're overeating on sugar a lot, so that's going to cause diabetes over time. If you're supplementing with sweeteners to get you through overeating, J. William Wallace, there can be a good thing, right? But studies are showing now that sweeteners, artificial sweeteners, because it's so sweet. So say you're having a Diet Coke that's full of the artificial sweeteners, right? Which one is it? That is it stevia now in Diet Coke in the UK. So you're drinking the Coke and it's so sweet and it's sending signals to the brain you're about to receive sugar. So in the pancreas, the insulin rises, expecting high sugar in the blood so it can clear it, right? Um, but we don't know the effects on mental health and the organs when they don't receive the sugar over time. They're getting, and it's just all sat there doing nothing, or is it doing nothing? It's an interesting thing. Morning, guys. Hi, Steve. Yeah, I know, but I'm not supplementing. Certainly, it's not good for your health. Should consume a little bit. So there's having more than like 3 or 4 coffees a day is not going to harm you. It actually has positive effects apparently on the heart. And I say apparently because the studies that I'm referring to that have been done on heart health and for your health in general with caffeine could have been done by caffeine companies. You know, there's always that. 56 and up doing my morning core and yin yoga. Oh, I love that. I love yin yoga. Right, guys, if you've never tried yin yoga and you're like, oh, I really need to I feel like I need a good stretch. I'm really stressed. I feel like I'm about to be on the brink of crying, or like you just feel like jittery. Do yin yoga. It's also really good if you can't be bothered doing much in the evening and if you want to help promote your sleep. Yin yoga is so good. Anyway, yin yoga session, free weights later in the morning, high protein diet mostly, a couple of drinks on the weekend, creatine, and just testing today for low TRT. Also, you're a guy. Have I read that right? That's a great routine. Is that every Sunday for you? They say it's better to get your nutrients from food. That's 100% true. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you read. It always comes back to getting it from your food. Morning, guys. Welcome. Funnily enough, a surgeon, a surgeon who deals with bowel cancer said coffee is excellent for our bodies as a preventative for bowel cancer. I've heard the same about cardiovascular disease and our like on a cellular level, caffeine's really good for you. But the best thing for your overall health and reducing every risk of disease is exercise, strength training. The more muscle you have, the better. Uh, it's from a German supermarket, but don't want to name the shop in case it gets your channel in trouble. Right, okay, entered. Right, it seems to be their own brand. I think I know which one you mean. Yeah, I do know which one you mean. Right, okay. Thanks, Sula. Yeah, it's the same as Holland and Barrett. It doesn't any supplements. They're just poorly regulated. Really are. Hi, I take Optimum Nutrition pre-workout caffeine free pump. What do you think about this product? I like Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey. I think there's some nice. It mixes well. It's a small scoop for 19-20 grams protein. That would be my preferred protein powder. But just have a coffee. Any pre-workout, I tried pre-workout in my 20s. First of all, you don't need it. It's more of like a placebo effect. And did you know the smell of your coffee actually gives you the same amount of hit that the caffeine in it does? Like it's placebo because the brain is a predictor. It's constantly predicting. So when it smells caffeine, you get that high. But anyway, I digress. It's not just the caffeine you're taking; it's all the sweeteners with it as well, and whatever else they've thrown in there, emulsifiers and rubbish. So I'm not a fan of pre-workout stuff. Just have a coffee; it'd save you money as well. Would it save you money? Because those pots are about 15 quid, aren't they? So probably cheaper doing that. I don't trust any sugar substitute. I'm the same, Jay, to be honest. I've always been like that. And I remember being in my early 20s on a night out and I was ordering, I wanted Jack Daniels and Coke or Diet Coke. My friend said, do you want Coke or Diet Coke? I was like, do I want cancer or do I want insulin resistance? That's your choice. Obviously, it was just a night out, but that's what I've thought about it for a very long time. And the studies are just catching up now. My mother will only drink flavoured water. She's elderly and doctors recommended it. Otherwise, she won't drink water. Wondered about. Well, that's why doctors are recommending it because if she doesn't drink, a lot of people don't drink enough water, especially older people. So if that's the way that they can get water into her by adding a bit of diluting juice like flavoured water, then so be it. Yeah, as long as she's getting water. Morning, guys. Welcome. Greetings from Germany. Greetings from Scotland. What are your thoughts on taking daily? I don't even know what that is. And by the way, if I've not heard of it, because I'm constantly learning and trying to upskill and like listening, and if I've not heard of a supplement, it's either illegal or there's rubbish research behind it, so I don't recommend it. What split do you usually follow for workout? I don't really do. I used to do splits like that, but new research has now come out that if you're somebody who doesn't have much time to spend in the gym, like you're a mum, like I am, I've got 2 children, young children. So, and I want to build muscle, I want hypertrophy, I want gains with minimal effort. So that's what I do now with like study backed. I also rehab as I'm exercising. But actually, this last week or so, I've not put loads of those in. I need to up my game there. But anyway, just on a side note there. So studies show that the sweet spot in training is about 4. I'm talking about strength training, progressively strength training, so resistance training, training with weights, 4 or 5 times a week, 30 minutes. Going more so a full body approach, so you're stimulating the muscles more frequently, 2 to 3 times a week. So if you're wanting big shoulders, you should be training them 2 to 3 times a week, like including them and making sure it's progressive. Whereas if you do bro splits, say Monday you do chest, Tuesday legs, Thursday back, Friday hamstrings and glutes, right? 4 times a week. You're only stimulating each muscle group once a week. And studies show if you want to build the muscle and get mass, it should be 2 to 3 times a week. Hope that answers your question. Optimum Nutrition seems to be excellent. Yeah, I do like them. I suppose I really need to sweep up and bookkeep. And remember, guys, on a side note, if you do keep overeating, then there's not something wrong with you. There's something going on with either you're leaving the gap too long in between meals, maybe you're exercising too much or getting too many steps in, maybe you're stress eating. There's not something wrong with you. There's just something going on that you need to figure out. Become a detective in your life. Hi from Birmingham. I'm in the UK. I'm in Scotland. And just start with the bar, I guess. Yeah. God, there's some weirdos on YouTube. My algorithm's catching them. Hi guys. I think if you live in the UK, is it ideal to take vitamin D? So this is an interesting one, right? So vitamin D, a lot of people are deficient, especially in Scotland. We get less than. Were you in Birmingham? Pressure. Your pressure's in Birmingham, so you'll get more vitamin D than me. I've got a bit to say about vitamin D actually, because there's them self-tests in Home Bargains and B&M's now, isn't there, for vitamin D and iron. So on a side note, the other day I took both of them to see how accurate they were. Then I went to the doctors and said, I need these tests because they came back as low, both of them. And vitamin D would be expected to be high because I've just been on holiday. Actually, 4 holidays this year. Went to Ibiza, Tenerife, 9 days was the latest one. Oh, 3 holidays because I went to Lanzarote. Very lucky. And so you would think that my vitamin D was really high, right? But she said, "Oh, I don't really want to test your vitamin D levels because most people in Scotland are low on vitamin D, and it's meant to be at 50, right? 50 plus." So it came back at 140. So vitamin D, because there's a lot of misinformation about if you're abroad trying to get vitamin D or on the sunbeds, whatever you wash yourself in can stop the absorption from the sun, vitamin D. It's obviously BS, isn't it? Because I love washing myself with, what's that? Bird on my roof. But anyway, vitamin D from supplements, the bioavailability is rubbish. Have a look at food, getting your vitamin D from food. Supplement with a few nuts. I'm sure, let's see what nuts are high in vitamin D. But you absorbing it from the supplement is not effective way of getting it. Vit D nuts. My search history is hilarious. Oh, there isn't much in nuts. Hang on. Most vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts. So it's that whole food diet again. Vitamin D nuts can help vitamin D absorption. But anyway, it's having a variety. But vitamin D comes from your fish. I didn't see your joke. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I have an app. Fancy an app. Guys, I have an app so you can work. So if you want to learn about nutrition and exercise, no BS, no misinformation. This is like the truth. That's what my job is to tell you the truth and educate you, so then you can go out and not be fooled by these fad diets and Joe Wicks, etc. Right? You can join my online community for $2.99 a month, or if you check out the links in my bio, we can work together and get you from like whatever your goals are and achieving them fast as possible. Fancy an arm wrestle. So yeah, I do have an app. Can you do walking right after weights workout, or will it stop? This is a great question. Or will it stop the muscle build? I don't want to get scrawny. No, it's not true. Yeah, I see like bodybuilders and stuff. They'll do I would rather my clients do the strength training and get the PBs and squeeze every rep out than have the walks or do cardio after it, and whatever's left you can just finish with that. But you should be trying to get, when you're strength training, you should be putting most of your energy and getting your personal best, which means you need to track it. Hola. Well, I'm going to take vitamin D and every morning from now on. Why? Vitamin C absorption is good, but vitamin D is rubbish. It's just wasting money buying that. I work out 6 days a week. Well, actually, it was 5 days a week this week. Thanks, Mike. How old are you and where are you from? I'm in Scotland and I'm in my mid-30s. Another one. Oh, how are you? I use vitamin D spray with vitamin K. Apparently, the K's need to absorb D, but it's expensive. Yeah, Sula, you know the answer. It's just getting it from your diet and making effort, making sure that you're getting enough. Sula, push or pull. It was a mix of both today. So I wanted to keep my pull-ups, but I also wanted to build strength and tone in my anterior. Are your calves also muscle as your biceps? My calves are bigger than my biceps. Vitamin D tablets are useless, yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately. Let's end that poll. Let's put another one up. Just screenshot that poll. Thanks for voting. People were 50-50 there. You don't need any supplements, but if you want to have an easier time in building muscle, creatine. If you want energy, caffeine. If you want to build muscle, stay fuller, protein. Those are the 3 supplements that have the most research for working. Also, creatine is excellent for your brain health and reducing brain fog, improving memory function and cognition, and reducing the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. We all need a holiday in the sunshine. I can't stand being cold. I'm a bit of a wimp. I think I'm getting worse as I get older. Right, last poll to go up. Let's go. Is mindset important? Whoops. Mine's in fingers. For fat loss. I'll put my top back on, a bit chilly now. Love a like and subscribe, guys. So I'm a health and fitness coach, 12 years experience, specialise in rehab, back pain, toning, female fat loss. Getting hungry now. Wow, really well. I do a lot of jumps, guys. If you're wanting big muscular calves, get in your squat jumps with a weight, get in your bench over squats and stuff like that. I have got good calves, but I'm not going to stand here and flex, am I? How to gain weight being lactose intolerant? Just eat everything in abundance that you can eat. So lactose intolerant isn't that debilitating, or I've got clients who've been lactose intolerant. There's even protein puddings that are lactose free now from places like Aldi and Lidl if you're in the UK. There's loads of stuff. I mean, if you were saying this to me even 20 years ago, I'd be like, well, that's a challenge. But I like same if you're vegan, vegetarian, you just got to learn, like create your own meal plan that has protein in it, like enough protein. You enjoy the food, it's ticking the boxes for fruit and vegetables, and have that on repeat most days, and you'll stick to it because you enjoy the food. Make it as easy as possible fat loss. Don't be trying to force yourself to eat something that doesn't align and you don't like. Love from Scotland. Hi, Paveen. Been trying for years, nothing is working. Then you're not. So if you're trying to gain weight and you're not, because you can have a fast metabolism, right? But we live in an obesogenic environment, so it's really easy. People normally have the opposite problem. So if you're trying to gain weight, and I'm assuming you're trying to gain maybe a little bit of fat if you're underweight, but muscle as well. You need to exercise like strength training to build the muscle, but also just like nuts and high calorie foods like salmon, tuna, higher fat are going to help you add weight. But if you're moving too much, so bring your steps down. Like if you've got a very active job and you've got in 20,000 steps a day, yes, you will be losing weight. So you need to replace the energy, and yeah, I hope that helps. But nuts are lactose intolerant. Are they called braids or plaits in Scotland? Well, I'm English. I'm English in Scotland, and I'd call them plaits. And nobody calls them plaits up here. I think it's braids in Scotland. Sula's from Ireland. Aye, not sure those crazy shakes are good. Yeah. Try and stay. I mean, Mike, so you're talking about protein shakes having a lot of rubbish in it, right? But if the alternative is somebody who consistently overeats, doesn't get enough protein, and is like ultra processed foods like they're eating most of the time, like I'd rather them supplement with protein shakes than none at all, because that's most of the population is eating off processed food, ultra processed food most of the time. The diet's made up of that. And you can't just go, realistically, you can't just go 0 to 100, because that's perfectionism and that's mindset. Um, you've got to add a gear on at a time. So maybe they start adding a chicken breast in extra a week, because maybe they run off the feet, maybe they've got um, children, and maybe they've got an alcohol addiction. You've got to work with yourself and make it as easy as possible, and that's what ultra processed ultra processed foods are good for, like protein bars and stuff, because if that protein bar stops you from overeating and binge eating later on in the day, then I'm all for it. And then over time you take the protein bar away, and then maybe you're prepping food, real food. Also, my tissue is my calcium is high. I don't know what you're trying to say. What's your ideal 3 meals you would recommend? I love my breakfast. I'm going to have that. I do have an egg problem. I need to, as in, like, I don't get enough eggs. It's high in iron, right? So my ideal, so sourdough bread, 2, cream cheese. This is my breakfast. This is what I'm going to have. Avocado, seeds, pomegranate seeds, side of strawberries, and then I should add at least one egg, like a poached egg. So that's my ideal breakfast. Love that. I would have that every day. On a Saturday, as a treat, I'll have eggs. I'll have pancakes with Biscoff and dragon fruit and strawberries. That's what I had yesterday. My lunch, have I got any of this? So I prep a lot of fruit, otherwise I overeat. So stop putting up with overeating. Look at your fruit and veg intake. No one's ever got fat or unhealthy from eating too much fruit and veg. It's high volume and low calorie. Takes up a lot of space in the stomach, keeps you full for ages. So I'll have my honeydew melon. I usually have half, because that stops me from overeating. Half with a yogurt with chia seeds and a honey or protein yogurt. And I might have like a nut bar, granola bar or something. That'll be my lunch, and then my dinner, I'll have like a proper home cooked meal most of the time. And I'm getting about 120 to 150 grams of protein a day. I have a very fast metabolism. I've gained like 15 pounds since high school. I'm pushing 40. That's great. I mean, a lot of people tend to gain weight as they get older because the lifestyle's changing. I mean, at high school, you're doing PE, aren't you? You're doing your sports, you're active, and you're going out for walks with your friends and stuff. And then, boom, you're a grandparent or you've got kids and you're restricted to do anything fun like that. I highly recommend creatine. Yeah, creatine's the most research supplement in the world. It's excellent for brain health, cognitive function, memory, brain fog. It also helps you squeeze that extra rep out for building muscle, but I take it for the cognitive benefits. I'm doing 2 boiled eggs and a pint of skimmed milk a day. That's good, yeah. That's all right. I can't stand boiled eggs. I suppose you could put salt in it or something, couldn't you? Trying to stay away from the shakes. You could make a smoothie with greens and stuff in it as well. Adding flax or chia seed, they're really high in protein. Is it possible to have abs 24/7, or sometimes you look bloated? That's breakfast sounds so nice. I love that breakfast. I look forward to it. I'm looking forward to it after this. Yeah, what I will say is everybody gets bloated from time to time. If you're a female, just before you come on your period, you'll be bloated. If you've just had a heavy meal, you'll be bloated. Bloating is normal. It's when it's staying and causing discomfort, then you could have an intolerance. To be fair, I stay away from bread, but I'm definitely going to get some sourdough bread now. I love sourdough bread. Yeah, I don't tend to stay and cut anything out of my diet, but what I have introduced, I've swapped milk chocolate. I know I was quite late to the party, but I just didn't want to make the transition, to be honest, because I just love chocolate every now and then. But you know what I was doing? I was buying 80 or 90% dark chocolate and expecting that to curb my chocolate cravings. No. 70%. And there's different types as well. This is from Lidl. I've tried Waitrose dark chocolate, Lindt. I hate Lindt. I've tried a variety and none are as good as this. Can you see it? Oops. 70% cocoa. And yeah, my mum's been banging on about it for ages and I'm like, yeah, you need dark chocolate. I was like, I need to make this transition, right? Because I looked, so this whole bar is 125 grams, right? So they're all squares. So cut that bit off, right? So that's 100 grams of chocolate, right? So that's a big bit of chocolate, right? So if I was to eat all that, it'd be 545 calories, right? Is it worth it? Might be sometimes of the month, right? It's mostly fat. The sugar content 27.2 grams of sugars, protein 8.4, fiber 11.7. It's got iron in it, magnesium to help you sleep and help with any muscle sores. High fat, and there's something else I was going to say about it. But when you 100 grams of like any other chocolate, like milk chocolate, you're looking at about 50 to 70 grams of sugar. So we're looking to improve, not perfect. So if you're like poo-pooing this, but you're having a few bars of chocolate, milk chocolate a week, or you're overeating once a month or what, that could be really detrimental. And not once a month, but you know. It's about doing better. Imperfect action, it's called. Green tea, great for flavonoids, for gut health. Yeah, did you listen to that podcast on Diary of a CEO? Reminds me of that. She was saying it's really good for your microbiome in your mouth. But there's a lot of misinformation on that podcast, so I take a lot of stuff with a pinch of salt. And there's always new research coming out as well. I love you guys connecting. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'd love a like and subscribe. I'm a health and fitness trainer answering your questions. What are your opinions on raw vegan diet? I've tried it and I could never get full. Problem is with vegan diets, it's hard to build muscle. It's not impossible. It's a bit of a skill, isn't it? Because usually low on certain amino acids, like isoleucine, which you can't build muscle without that. And people becoming vegan but are overweight because they're still eating ultra processed food, and there's all these vegan options now, so they're not actually doing vegan properly. The raw vegan diet, what's that include? Is that like raw eggs? No, it's not gonna have eggs in it, is it? Never mind. Let's have a look. Raw vegan diet excludes all animal and uncooked foods. Sounds boring. Ultra restrictive. Anything that's super restrictive is going to cause you overeating, reduces your quality of life. And I don't know if you saw Joe Wicks recently, and he relapsed on some Jaffa cakes when he was cutting out sugar. That's what happens. It's like a pendulum. It's like a pendulum swing. You cut out your foods on all things that are fun, it swings back and you start to overeat eventually. It's just a matter of when. Job is very physical and stressful. What is it you do, Jay? I think that's what keeps me thinking, wish I could gain weight. Keeps you thin. Yeah, it sounds like you're doing a lot. You need to snack more, I would say. Because someone who's trying to lose fat, I would reduce their snacking and try and eat 3 square meals a day. Whereas you're trying to get in as many calories as you can, maybe. I don't want to sound like a crackhead, but I take creatine, vitamin D, multivitamin, amino, protein shake every day, and pre-workout. You must be spending a fortune. Why don't you start taking collagen as well whilst you're at it? So, are you talking about BCAs when you've said amino then? BCAs are not as effective as protein shake. You may as well take protein shake. I do split 3 weekly. As a beginner, I don't think I could do more. I get tired. Yeah. So if your workouts are making you feel tired, then you're doing too much or you've not got used to it yet. And 3 weeks. The first time you exercise for strength training, you get the most benefit out of if you're going full body. You're stimulating all the muscles to grow. You're telling your brain that you don't want to break down any muscle, you want to keep it. You're building muscle, you're getting stronger, fitter, reducing every risk of disease. The first time you exercise, it's like squeezing that lemon, remember? There's a law of diminishing returns. When you squeeze a lemon, you get all that juice out. That's the first time you strength train in a week. That's amazing, right? The second time you strength train, you're squeezing the lemon, bit more juice comes out, not as much as the first time. So that's your stimulus, that's your building new muscle. I'm not saying there's no benefit, there's just less than the first. The third time, again, more juice is coming out, not as much as the second or the first. And then the more you squeeze, the less stimulus of muscle you're building and the benefit of exercise. I'm not saying that there isn't, but there's a lot of diminishing returns. And who wants to spend all the time in the gym or working out? But on your rest days, you could be doing yoga and stuff if you wanted to maximize how good you feel. Oh my god, I bought some chocolate yesterday from Lidl, 85 Sunday benefits and dark chocolate. I think I need to marry a bodybuilder. Raw veggies is raw vegan. Ugh, no, no, absolutely not. Right, before I go, let's check out this poll. Is mindset important for fat loss? I just wanted, the reason why I put that poll up, I just wanted people, hi Jace, how are you? I'm just on my way off. The reason why I put that poll up, I wanted it to be in the forefront of your mind, and fat loss is, mindset is a prerequisite to long-term fat loss and behavioural change. And if you have a disordered way of looking at exercise and food, and it's not giving you something, it's not nourishing yourself, it's not an opportunity to love yourself, and it's a form of punishment or demonizing foods, good and bad, and you shouldn't eat any cooked vegetables in Jay's case, or you shouldn't eat any milk chocolate, any alcohol, any, whatever the food is, then you set yourself up for failure, because the way the brain works, I think it's reverse psychology. The more that you say you're not going to eat a food, the more you'll think about it and want it. Don't think of a white polar bear. There's a study done on that. No, the aminos I take just as aminos, not BCAs. Yeah, studies show that protein shakes more effective, but the placebo effect is really powerful at the same time. So if you feel like that's, you part of your routine just before you say you get out of bed and you're about to go to gym or whatever, and you take all of these supplements and you feel great and you're ready to go and you have great sessions and it's keeping you on track and it's part of that ritual, then I'm all for that. Placebo effect is really powerful, but a lot of that's a wasting money, I'm afraid. Very good points, Amelia. Thanks, Sula. I train 7 days a week. Too much. It kills me to take a day off because I love it. Somebody else, unless it was you, actually, I've had a couple of people recently saying that they need to train 7 days a week. I get it. I force myself to take an extra day off this week to play with my kids and to build that. I mean, what even is that, right? To just be present with them. And I'm glad I did. And usually, like, if you're training 7 days a week, I guarantee you're not going to build as much muscle. Um, your body's not part of, you'll know all of this though, pressure. Part of the growth needed is taking that day off. And you don't have to have a full day off. You can have like a yoga session. You can start practicing a new skill. It tells me that you're a bit scared to come out of your comfort zone there. You need to dig deeper in what the issue is there. Why you won't take a day off? Do you feel like you're missing out on gains? Because you'll know that that's not true. How long have you been training? Have you got any niggles or injuries yet? Because it will happen. Let's see. I'm not a massive. I'm 6'2", 96. I've been training for 1 year. So the first year of exercising with progressive overload, you will build, called new begins, the most muscle you will in your strength training journey. So take advantage of that. I'm glad you're on creatine for that. Don't know in stone. Divide 212 by 14. Hi, Sun. How are you doing? Very good. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name's Leanne. I'm a health and fitness trainer. So I'm interested in why he's training 7 days a week. So if you don't do it right the first year, yeah, basically. But you should see the size of my mum's biceps. She's been training since April progressively with me. We've been doing 1 full body session a week. You should see the size of her biceps and her thighs. They're amazing. And she's like, it changes your personality. I don't know a time when my mum didn't wear black. She's now got white. She's got all these different colours that she's wearing. She's going swimming. So much held her back. It's been a long journey, like getting her in the gym, because there's a lot built up in her head. Definitely mindset was a massive thing. You kind of got to brainwash yourself slowly over time. But anyway, I digress. The first year in strength training, make sure you take advantage of it. So track all your workouts, as in how much you're lifting in kilograms or pounds, wherever you are, how much you're lifting, how many reps, what exercise, how many sets, and then try in some way to progress it next week. And that might be as little as reducing the rest period, or your techniques improving, you feel the mind muscle connection better. It might not just be reps and sets that you're increasing. But yeah, the first year of strength training, you'll build the most muscle, this crazy amount. Second year, not as much. There's that law of diminishing returns, and then 4 years plus, it takes a very long time. But you also have new begins the first year of training, but you also have the same effect coming back after injury, or if you've been pregnant, you've got muscle memory. That is a real thing. I want to be like Mike O'Hearn, Mike Thurston, etc. Damn, should I be doing more? No. If you've already said sooner that you're still adjusting, and it's taken from you a little bit as well. Like you're not, you're feeling tired and you can't do it. So 3 good quality sessions is more than enough. I started doing weighted pistol squats on the glutes. How did you find that? How's your knee? I'm always scared to try them. I have no niggles or pain, but to be fair, my shoulder started tweaking a little bit. Wonder why the algorithm caught that. Yeah, that's your first sign. Don't ignore it. Take the day off. Do some stretches for your shoulders. Google, put on yoga for shoulders, and it'll give you a bit of love back. You can't just take and strength train, blast your body every day in your case, and expect not to have any niggles. And something's eventually going to snap, and you build a lot of muscle quickly in the first year, but there's less blood flow to tendons and ligaments. Think about that. So if you're building your strength quickly, your tendons and ligaments aren't catching up in time, you're just asking for a tear, so be careful. I train my calves 3 to 4 times a week and they still look flat. Would you do jumping exercises on them? Highly recommend jumping exercises. Like, let me show you. I started doing these, right, as part of the MetaFit. My calves were sore for about 4 or 5 days, right? So the MetaFit that I was doing was 180 tuck jumps, so high knees, landing on soft like tippy toes, and then reducing the. Then there was lateral frog jumps, so jump squats left, jump squats right, 30 seconds on each, minimal rest. There was that one, and then there was lunge jumps in that workout. There was lots of burpee variations, like single arm burpees and 180 burpees. Long jumps. These are the kind of stuff that build the calves, not these boring ass things. They can add a bit of tension and deficit, calf raises with weights. Make sure it's functional though, because why you need to give your body a reason. Why should your body have big calves? Because you do a lot of jumping, not because you like that. You don't really. That's going upstairs. Assist a little bit. 3 to 4 times a week is too much as well. Sula, thanks so much, Leanne. You give me reassurance that I'm on the right track, and your channel's really inspiring me to get to the gym. It means a lot. Well, thank you so much. That's what I'm here for. The knees felt it at first, very slowly building up. You know what, Jace? I think I'm going to start adding them pistol squats. They're good, aren't they? And any dysfunction in the pelvis, it's going to get fixed and show up during them. Thanks for all the information you've given me. Peace. Have a wonderful day. And with that, I'm going to go and have my breakfast now. I feel very tired. I think I'm cold because I've not ate yet. Have a wonderful day. I'll be back on tomorrow, Monday. Might go earlier than 5 because kids are off school, aren't they? So it might be 3 or 4 o'clock. We'll see. But thanks for joining, everyone. Great vibe, great community.